What's going on, guys? Charles Weinraub AKA the Handsome Homebuyer. And on this week's podcast, we check in with Amanda Palmeri about halfway through the year, see how she's doing in our series, Creating a Top Agent. Check it out. Yeah, kid. Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Handsome Homebuyer podcast. My name is Charles.
AKA
the Handsome
Homebuyer. AKA, what is it?
Captain Permit. AKA!
I think she should do it.
No, just do. You're being so good at it.
All right.
No, just do it with the shoulders, though. Yeah! Today's guest is a little nervous, but she has no reason to be nervous because this is going to be a very positive thing, as was the two previous podcasts. You just might not notice it, realize it today or tomorrow, even though you probably do, but you just don't want to give me credit for shit because that's the kind of person you are. But sometime in the future, you might be like, you know what, Charles? That was cool. Mm-hmm. I'm glad we did that shit. Like on your deathbed, you might be like, you know what?
Yeah, I'll think back to the two episodes where I got roasted.
First of all, you didn't get roasted in episode.
I did.
No, you got roasted in episode 2. But one was
Firing
like an intro.
Squad.
But all right, can I ask you this? Was it at all motivating?
Maybe after the fact, but in the moment, no.
Don't you love being... All right, you know what? Before we get into that, you know who else is motivating, Levy?
That captain guy.
Captain Permit. 516-513-8838. The captain's going to be out, and by that I mean the real captain and the not real captain. I'm obviously not the real captain. The real captain's going to be out jacked tonight at this shindig. What are we going? Where are we going? What's this thing tonight? North Shore Young Professionals. Apparently, well, A, I'm not from the North Shore, and B, I'm not young, even though I thought I was.
You're over the age gap.
At 33, which is a bunch of bullshit, but I got a pass. So we're going out tonight, which is good. This is like the first going out since COVID hit. So realtors, young realtors, alcohol, and people being pent up for a year and a half, and Levy's going to be there. Levy, what the hell was I talking about? Captain Permit, 516-513-8838. Obviously, if you have any kind of real estate, I want to buy it. I'm quick. I'm easy. I'm a good time. I want to buy it. 516-777 sold. So I just want to touch on this before. So I'm like, Levy, we're going out tonight. Mm-hmm. Me, you, Captain Permit. We're going to go network, meet a bunch of realtors, get some business. It's like, I want you to know that you're a fucking celebrity and you just don't even know it.
Okay.
I need you to confirm that Levy's a celebrity.
Absolutely a celebrity.
See? 100%. There's going to be girls.
Most important job in the world, Levy. The man behind
That's the guy.
the action.
Nope.
That's Levy. He's a creative he's a creative genius. He's the it man.
Yep.
Not me.
So, back to you, Amanda.
Yes.
So this is very exciting. This is a little bit of a different scenario. Last time it was a 3-man firing squad.
Yep.
This time
Me over there.
Yeah, where was I? You were over there.
I was here.
You were there. Now, this is a totally different tone on a lot of different levels. A, you're on the couch now.
Yep. I made it to the couch.
You're on the couch, which is a lot more comfortable.
Yep.
Right? So we're setting the tone here. Mm-hmm. And it's just you and I. Mm-hmm. So it's just a back and forth.
Yep.
And before we get into this, I want to tell you that I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
How do you feel right now?
Good.
In that moment? I just saw you.
Wonderful.
I saw you relax a little bit.
A sigh of relief.
And I mean this. This isn't like this isn't pity love. This is real love. This is, since we've been doing this and going back and forth, you got some action going.
I do, yeah.
You're doing deals.
Yeah.
They're flowing.
At last.
They're flowing.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell everybody what you've been up to?
What have I been up to? I have 2 semi-brand new listings, one in Bayport and one in Queens, so I'm all over the place.
Queens is under contract, right?
Queens is under contract. Bayport, we're getting there. And I have another deal under contract. So
that's 3 deals.
Cooking with some gas.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Cooking with some gas. If that wasn't old Italian lady, I don't know what is. Yes, my grandmother's definitely said that at some point in time. There's no question.
I have a lot of
mind.
analogies.
There is no question. You're an old soul, though.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how this came about. From firing squad time to you doing your TikTok things.
No.
And Reels.
Reels.
Yes. And
Not
TikTok.
so much TikTok.
I've been doing
Reels.
TikTok. It hasn't been working for me. Every once in a while I hit one out.
Yeah.
But promotions, signs. You've been sending mailers. You've been doing flyers.
This was more my sphere of influence, and not two people, but keeping up with people that said they want to sell and just, it wasn't the time for them, and then following up, and then finally it just came to fruition. But the other one came out of nowhere. So.
Okay, so tell me exactly how you, tell me the chain of events of how you got the 2 listings.
I would just say it's, like I said, sphere of influence, social media a lot. One of them, my one in Queens, actually came from someone I had connected with 2 or 3 months ago.
Okay.
I was going to be looking for her. She was buying a home. Decided not to look anymore, and then she reached out to me 3 months later saying that her mom actually needed to sell and buy.
How did you originally connect with her? Social media?
I don't even remember. Honestly, I don't remember. She was just there. I don't know if it was social media or something. I don't know.
All right, keep going. And the second?
I don't remember. And the second was someone I connected with on social media who was ready to sell, and then I just had to keep following up for a couple months.
The social media interaction was they knew you or
knew me in a past life, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I went to school with them or something like that. But they saw me posting on social media. They said, you seem like you love what you do, and I see you out there all the time. So, we want to sell by spring. And then that's what happened with that one.
That's great.
Social media.
So I think one of the really important lessons here, and we've been dealing with this in here as far as acquiring stuff that smells like cat pee, is it's never the first try. Meaning you meet somebody, we talk to somebody, we're like, oh, we want to buy your house.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, great. But we have to literally beat on them. Probably the average is 20 touches.
Yeah.
Until they finally just say, okay, I'll sell you my house if you leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, I'm noticing that.
Which is pretty much similar in every business.
I have a similar situation going on right now. Someone reached out to me saying their parents want to sell, and then they went ghost. So if you're watching, I'm going to keep following up with you.
Amanda's going to charismatically
stalk you,
torture you until you concede to give her the listing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So that's good. So another thing we were talking about before is something that I think every person deals with that's in their own business, right? Mm-hmm. Which is not knowing where the next deal comes from.
Yes. Yeah, that's me.
So
I had all of this kind of happen at once. 3 deals kind of fall into place, and then I couldn't just enjoy them because I'm wondering what's going to happen next once all of these close. And so that was an extremely busy time, and then I started to get nervous where the next ones were going to come from. And I'm still in that state right now.
Of nervousness.
Of nervousness, yes.
Well, plus it's all a matter of balancing the whole thing. So how are you going to service your existing clients to make sure that you're selling the property and making sure that that's moving while still prospecting, and talking to other people? It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Yeah. Staying active while you still have stuff going on. So I try to capitalize on the 2 listings that I have.
Okay.
So mailers to the surrounding area. Just sold, things like that, or just listed, I mean. But other than that, it's I get caught, and I'm like, ooh.
Are you actually sending mailers? Or are you walking the neighborhoods, knocking on doors?
I wasn't walking the neighborhoods. No, I sent mailers. Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with walking the neighborhoods.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do that.
You should.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been, especially you have the one in Queens is under contract, right?
Yes.
What are your thoughts of walking 3 blocks in each direction, knocking
I think it's
and flying?
smart. I think it's smart. The good part about that is that most of those people and her neighbors, she's my buyer and seller. I connected with her a lot for some reason. So a lot of the people that live around her have also been in the area for 40 plus years. Uh-huh. Kids grew up there. Kids moved out to Long Island. So a lot of them are looking to sell. So I'm hoping that...
Are they looking to move to Long Island?
Yes.
Which is what she did?
Yes.
Wow. So that's a freaking win.
Yes, it's a win. So definitely, she's passed out my business cards to her neighbors and things like that. I actually saw one of her neighbors cutting his tomatoes in the yard behind her. So I'm hoping to... I love Queens.
So what about... Okay, so is it really confirmed that all these people that what's the percentage of people that live within the surrounding 4 blocks are of a certain age that had kids that moved out to Long Island. Do we know this? Can we figure it out?
Do I know that for sure? I know that the houses like immediately around her, all of them are. I know her direct next door neighbor, same situation. But I don't know the percentage. But I know it's a decent amount of people.
What if you marketed yourself as the like relocation expert?
The move out with your kids to Long Island expert.
Yes. Or just move out of the city to Long Island expert. Mm-hmm. One-stop shop, Amanda Palmeri. We sell in Queens. We buy in Long Island. We get it done. I'm getting you the most money when you sell.
Queens to the city. Excuse me, no. I say Montauk to Manhattan. That's my motto because that's what I really aim to do.
I actually like the ring of that. But what if that's like what the flyer or the mailer or whatever is for that specific area? What do you think of that?
That's smart.
You can tell me if you don't like it.
No, it's smart because you're targeting a very, very specific need for them. So I think it's a good idea.
We just have to make sure that that's actually who is there. We just have to make sure. But still, I mean, listen, all attention's good attention, right? Mm-hmm. But that's like kind of a unique niche that I feel like other people aren't doing. And then people don't want to get involved with multiple realtors and it becomes a mess.
Yeah, it's also weird when you go to a market that's not your own because, you know, obviously College Point, Queens is not. No one knows who I am there. So it's weird when you're trying to break into a market that's already kind of established. They kind of look at your sign, like even my sign, people are like, who is that? But
when you said, you mean people
like local agents and things like that. It's
Amanda Palmeri's coming.
Yeah. I'm coming. Watch out.
But that's good. So was it uncomfortable for you to go to Queens? Like, do you feel like you were outside of your comfort zone?
Nope.
Do you feel like there was an adjustment phase? You just strolled in and you're like, Amanda's here.
I strolled in. I was ready to go. I just love the area for some reason. I don't know why. But I felt very comfortable. It could have been my client as well. She's amazing. Like I said, we connected. I know she's moving out here, so I know I'm probably going to remain close with her. So it was like an angel was sent. She's heaven sent.
You're such a... So where did you relocate her to?
Sayville. She's going to be living in Sayville.
Do you feel that most of the people you're talking out there are moving to Suffolk?
Yep. For
Why?
sure. Actually, one of her neighbor's kids live around here, I think. But mainly Long Island.
Is it lower taxes, more land? Like
more land.
What are they saying in the city? Like, why are they leaving? Just for the kids? What are they leaving for?
Be closer to their children. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but the current state of affairs going on right now, the city is a little crazy. So people want to kind of get away from all of the action that's going on. In this particular case, she came from a home, so she's going to a condo, less maintenance for her and things like that.
I would totally play that angle. I like this more and more. Get out of the city, come to Long Island. We have candy. I will sell your house for as much as physically possible and get you the best deal humanly possible.
Yes, this house went for $35,000 over ask.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was your first bidding war experience?
Crazy.
Yeah?
Crazy. But we navigated.
Let's talk about the whole, like, this was your first everything, basically, right? This
Yep.
is your first listing.
Yep.
This is your first home
First
inspection,
situation, yeah.
home inspection, first negotiations, everything.
Well, not my first home inspection. No. But yeah, my first experience with being a listing agent and navigating that whole process.
So what was it like for all the would-be real estate agents who have never done a deal or are thinking about becoming agents? What was the process like?
Honestly, I take everything that happens a step at a time. I'm nervous in every other aspect of my life, but I just kind of took this a day at a time, minute by minute, as things popped up. But actually, as I left the home inspection for my listing, somebody else called me with a higher offer. And so I just realized, so the offer that we accepted was lower than the woman that called me afterward, but we already did the inspection. So what we chose to do in that instance was stick with our original
What did
person.
What did you do in that moment?
In that moment, I was like, oh, shit. But then we thought about it, and I realized that you don't want to really retract on your word. I try to always do the right thing. So We stuck with our original offer because everything was said and done. We didn't want to back out.
No, that's the right thing to do.
So.
Was the second offer much higher?
No, not too much.
No?
No. Mm-mm.
All right, so.
It's a lesson in being moral.
All right.
Yeah.
So you got the first deal out of the way. The jitters are gone.
Yeah.
Now there's new jitters of, oh shit, this is great. I'm excited. I got this going. But now how am I going to keep it going?
Exactly.
So
yeah. So I'm trying to apply everything
what's
that
the plan?
I learned in the beginning, like our beginning podcast, when we talked about mailers.
Are you giving me credits for something right now?
A little bit.
Okay.
But it hasn't really worked. The social media has worked.
I never said mailers. I don't really like mailers.
I know. You like door knocking and all that stuff.
Mailers are a lot of money. And
yeah,
like it just, yeah, I don't even like, there's a lot of investors that do direct mail and swear by direct mail. I don't want to feel like I'm missing the boat, but at the same time, it's like, it's a lot of money, and I don't really think it's having the same conversion that it used to.
It takes a long time, I guess, to stick with people. It's sending to the same streets over and over and over again.
Okay.
I feel like I have more luck through word of mouth.
Yes, always.
Like I said, I leave my business card everywhere I go. I have my little mask, which when we stop wearing masks, that's going to be because my mask has a logo on it. So people sometimes will say, oh, you work for Douglas Elliman, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's word of mouth. But other than that, now I'm getting to the point where I'm stuck a little bit again.
Okay. So what's the plan? Or are we building a plan right now?
My main plan has really just been focusing on social media, and as things start opening up, networking.
Okay.
I don't think I did door knocking. I did door hangers.
Okay.
And I didn't have a lot of luck with that either. So that doesn't work for me. For me, it's more videos, getting my face out there, and really just showing that I'm enthusiastic about real estate, which is how a lot of people will reach out to me because they feel like I love what I do, which I do. So that's what's helped me most.
Got it. Okay. So for me, like I'm basically hitting it from all angles, right? And they're all kind of equally as important. So I will, we'll put in a cold call to somebody who will set up an appointment. We'll go down there and meet them. When they hear, about the company, then they start watching YouTube videos and listening to podcasts and things. And then we show up, they're like, oh, I saw it. And then when we leave, they're like, oh, I saw your TV commercial. So it's it's this constant reinforcing thing. I guess at the beginning, so it's building the brand.
Yeah.
So I guess at the beginning, we have to say, all right, money's limited. What's the biggest bang for the buck? Here's the plan. What's the biggest bang for the buck? And then let's start building on that.
Yeah.
So social media is obviously free.
Yes.
And the mid-rise video came out really good.
Yes. Shout out to Midrise. I was just going to say that. I decided to, because this was a bigger listing, one of my first listings, I wanted to put a little more into it. And I think the video came out amazing. That's my plan. I really like the video. I like putting effort into those things because I feel like I see a return on it.
Yeah. So we have social media. That's free or inexpensive. What we need to do, let's say 2 other things consistently well. And what are we going to do?
I haven't tried cold calling. So
It doesn't have to be. It could be, we could pick from any of the bundles. So how about this? Okay. Now the world is opening up. The world is open. Right? Can we say the world is open?
The world is opening up. Were you asking me?
The world
I could
is
say
open.
the world is opening, I guess.
No,
Right?
the world is open.
Yeah. It's open.
Yeah. We're going to a network event tonight.
Yes.
There's a networking event tonight.
Yes. Masks are coming off.
Yeah. No masks.
No masks.
You can go to the gym now without a mask.
Yes.
The real Captain Permit's so excited about that.
I'm
He
not
texted me
vaccinated,
that.
though. So technically, I still have to wear a mask.
So masks are off. Tonight is a networking event. It's going to be with fellow realtors, which is cool. Maybe we should commit to one networking event of some kind a week.
A week.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Does that entail
I used to go to 5 networking
a
events
dinner, anything where you network with somebody else?
Yeah, not so much a one-on-one thing, but a group thing. So now that things are starting to happen again, and there's different groups. And you know what? COVID doesn't even, we can't even, fuck COVID, right?
I'm never saying the word again. No more C word.
We can't even say that COVID is an excuse because you can do it virtual, right?
Right.
So you're doing the social media thing and you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you.
So the second thing is networking. So the goal is, if you're on board with this, and you can tell me to fuck off, the goal is one networking event a week. And that networking event can be in person, preferably, or it could be through like a Zoom, because they do Zooms.
I don't like Zoom.
Well,
I don't like Zoom.
I'm not saying...
in person.
Everybody would rather be in person, yes. Okay, fine. So if you want to do them in person, you have to do them in person. But it's one networking event a week.
So how are we obtaining these networking events?
Okay, so we can use... so go on social media.
Yep.
And go on all your different social media platforms and say, hey, listen, looking to go to a lot of different networking events. They can either be in person or in Zoom. Just say it anyway. Just humor me. Anybody know of any kind of networking events at all? So just think about all the different groups of people. And they can be totally unrelated. Like, I'm going to talk about my boyfriend because he's my boyfriend. Dan O'Neill is paying...
Your husband.
Husband, sorry, excuse me. Yes, we're way more official. I don't wear the ring every day, but we're more official. So he's playing softball with...
Yes, I've seen that.
With like...
On his vlogs.
With dads.
Uh-huh.
It's just another group of people that may be looking to buy or sell a house. So it could be anything. It could be real estate related.
Yeah.
It's not even necessarily that. Just like any kind of group of people. Or they have those... I don't recommend those like every week networking groups like Lit Tip and stuff. Because you're always seeing the same damn people.
Right.
I always like the one-offs ones better. There are people like Valerie Lamp. Do you know who Valerie Lamp is?
I don't.
You should look her up. She's fabulous.
Okay.
Valerie Lamp, Lampe. She runs Elephant Networking.
Okay.
So she does these networking events all the time, like random networking events at different places, and different people come, and you could just show up, which is cool. You could go on meetup.com, and there's different like meetup type groups.
Okay.
So I did one a couple weeks ago. Levy and I shot it where I sponsored the ANG, which is the Attorney and Accountant Networking Group. And I did a little spiel for a half an hour, and there was like 20 or 30 attorneys and accountants, and I talked to them.
That's good.
Yeah, which is sick. One of them ended up being the head of the bar for the Real Estate Association.
Oh, wow.
And now I'm going to get to do a Captain Permit talk in front of all those people.
Wow, congratulations.
So you never know.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
You never know who is in the same room as you.
Exactly. So... we have social media. We have networking. Can we commit to one networking event a week?
I think we can. I'm a social person, I think.
No. I don't. I need more certainty.
Yes, we can commit.
Good. Okay.
Yep.
Like imagine a guy proposed to you and he said, will you marry me? And you said, I think. I'm the type
That
of person.
probably would happen.
I'm the kind of person that likes to be in a monogamous
Your phone
relationship.
is going off.
I can't talk to him right now. We're in the middle of a podcast. I think you have to say yes.
Yes, you have to be certain.
All right. So are you certain?
I'm certain.
You're committing to this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's 2. Now we need a third one.
Okay. I'm coming up with the third one.
Well, we can collectively come up with it together.
I think networking is a really good one.
Yeah.
By the way, just thinking.
It's the
about it
best
now.
one.
Yeah. Third one, I feel like should be something that's maybe a little more old-fashioned.
Like, what's more old-fashioned than networking?
If it's not mailers or door knocking, or maybe it is mailers or door knocking. What else is there?
Oh, hold on. We have to go back to the networking thing.
Okay.
All right. You know what? We have to go back to the networking thing. All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to add 2 things directly to the networking thing that'll make up the third thing, which is like kind of like a little bit of like a twofer. So, and you're going to think this is creepy, but
Okay.
I need you to do it.
Okay.
When you go out to network with these people, you want everyone's card. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go back to your house. You're going to go on social media.
Okay.
You're going to friend request every single person that you met.
Okay.
And you're going to, in a not creepy way, weave your way into their life via social media.
Got it.
That is how I met Beth Lowe.
Okay.
I saw Beth Lowe in a post. Actually, that's how I met a lot of people. But that's what I do. I get business cards, and then in a
Stalk people.
Yes, in a non-creepy way,
Okay.
I weave my way into their life via
Okay.
social media.
Got it.
Okay, so that.
Okay.
Then what you're going to do is you're going to sign up for like MailChimp or Constant Contact or something
yes.
like that.
Yes,
You
yes.
didn't do that before, did you?
I didn't. No.
And you're going to take your newfound friends and you're going to
Email
organize them in what they are, and then you're going to put them into Constant Contact, and you're going to start by sending 1 email blast a month.
Right.
With interesting shit.
I actually thought about that. I was going to get a newsletter together
Nice.
and use my company's CRM. Is it called a CRM? I think it's called a CRM.
There is a CRM.
Yeah.
Oh, do they have?
Yeah, they
have this
They
for
have
you?
something called Improv. Yeah. So that's what I actually do that now, but I'm not too consistent with it. So I wanted to introduce like a newsletter to my existing people that has facts and tips and local news and things like that,
Okay.
just to keep in touch with people.
I'm actually coming up with a lot of great ideas.
This is actually, it's all coming back to me. So this is where my seller's daughter reached out to me because I was doing like monthly tips or something like that. And she responded to one of my emails and it put me back in her forefront, like her mind again.
Monthly tips.
Yeah.
On social media.
Not social media,
On what?
email.
Oh.
I did it on email.
Through an email campaign. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yep. So that's what I want to start doing again.
All right, I'm not going to let that be the third one. We're going to put that together. So basically, your networking involves internet stalking and a follow-up internet email blast campaign once a month. It's only once a month. It's once a month.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
You come home, you put them in, you enter their info. It sounds like you guys have a CRM, which is cool, so you could
Yeah, we
probably
do.
put it in there.
Yep.
And you can, when you friend request them on Instagram and Facebook, whatever it is, follow them everywhere. You shoot them like a quick, like, hey, it was great. Really, Levy? You shoot them a quick, like, hey, it was great meeting you, blah,
Right.
blah, blah. Okay.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the podcast?
Today's podcast?
No.
The podcast. Oh, you're talking about my podcast.
You doing a podcast. How do you feel about this?
So Charles wanted me to do a podcast a couple of months ago when I was just starting and I had no business. And I agreed to it, but then I realized it wasn't something that I really was into with my whole heart. So when I do something, I feel like I need to be 100% dedicated to it. At that point, I didn't have a set like this. It was StreamYard.
StreamYard. You don't need it.
StreamYard. It was freezing. It just didn't look right. Didn't like how it came out. And
It came out great, by the way.
I didn't like the commitment of having to it was like extra work for me to have to get someone. And a lot of people hate video. A lot of people I would ask, they're like, I'm nervous. Can we do it next time? I don't want to do it this week. So I just put it on the back burner for now.
What are you telling me?
That I just don't want to do it right now.
Okay. You don't want to do it.
Not right now.
You just don't like it.
I'm not saying never say never, but I just don't want to do it right now because I wanted to focus on actually getting business. I feel like sometimes people...
Podcasts do get business.
Yeah, but I feel like when you put too much energy into that, you're taking away from actually working, you know? Just a personal opinion.
Just tell me you don't want to do it.
I didn't say I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it right now.
Okay.
And I feel like everyone was doing it. It was like everyone had a podcast at once. So I just...
Everybody has a podcast, but nobody has a consistent podcast.
Right. So I didn't want to be one of those people, like everyone else, who doesn't have a consistent podcast.
Okay. How about this? Because I want someone to do this idea so fucking badly. I've been telling everybody about it, and everyone's like, this is the greatest thing ever, but nobody ever fucking
No one
does it. My downtown.
Uh-huh.
We
talked about this.
I want my downtown so bad.
Okay. I want to do that. My only issue is that I don't have a levy. So I can't really get... Sometimes
Nobody-
I can, sometimes I can't. But I don't have...
Nobody has a levy. Nobody
And
gets
I know you tell
levy.
me you could record it yourself, but it doesn't come out the same. So if I go down to like a local store, a local restaurant, I want someone to do it for me. But I'm not opposed to that.
What if you just had somebody holding your phone for you? Like, you could just... Levy, can you do that? Not like you personally, but like in life.
Also hold the phone.
Yeah, that's how I've done most of my videos.
I mean, it starts somewhere, but I mean, I get where you're coming from. Like, you really want it done well. as
Well,
opposed to,
exactly.
Content trumps quality. It's better to have content that isn't as nice as you want it to be than not have any content at all.
And I agree with that, but it's having to get someone on a whim. Like,
It's not on a whim. You plan it.
I guess.
I'll come hold the phone.
Okay.
If you don't like the idea, say you don't like the idea.
No, I didn't say I don't like the idea. I actually said I do like the idea, but like I was saying with Levy,
That percent, if you want to find like a filmmaker,
Yeah.
find someone that just graduated from film school.
Yep.
They need the work, and they'll probably do it for free.
exactly. I've actually looked into that before. So if you have any recommendations, let me know.
We need a third thing.
That's not a third thing.
You don't want to do that.
No, I do want to do that.
Oh, you have to commit to it, though. You'd have to commit to doing one episode a week.
Okay.
Are you committing
But
to that
now,
or no?
are we staying in the same... See, what my original intent was to go kind of from town to town. If I'm in Queens, I choose a restaurant in Queens.
Hold
If
on. Are we committing to this?
We're committing to it.
Okay, so hold on. Let's wrap it up.
Yep.
Let's bring it back, and then we'll dive into it for the next 10 minutes. You're going to continue with constant social media posting.
Yep.
Daily.
Daily.
How many times a day?
I usually try to do stories throughout the day.
Okay.
I've been slacking a little bit with my videos, mainly because you get almost like a writer's block where you don't know what to post after a while. But my reels are my favorite. Love my reels. So those I'll continue doing. Yeah. That's it for social media.
All right, so social media, daily. Mm-hmm. We're going to make a list of should we make a list of topics of things we can make videos about?
It's a good idea. Sometimes they just come into my mind.
So this is what I do. So I do it a couple different ways. I'll sit down on Sunday and be like, okay, I call them nuggets. Right?
Okay.
So I'll write down ideas for nuggets.
Okay.
And then Levy and I'll shoot those. And then now my 5 a.m. bike trips, when I'm listening
get inspired.
I get inspired. And then as I'm riding, with one hand I'm steering and the other hand I'm doing a voice recording into the notes section of my phone.
Okay.
And then I email that to me and
Okay.
email that to myself.
That's smart.
So you try to put a bunch of different nugget ideas, 60-second or less videos that you can make.
Right.
And then you can just use your phone and make those videos.
Okay.
Can we do one a day of those?
One a day of a topic.
Yeah.
We can try. We can try.
You have to commit.
Okay. But when
If the guy asked you to marry him, would you say, we can try?
It depends on the guy. I don't know.
Fuck.
So I am not married. But when you say nugget, are we talking about tips? Are we talking about sometimes, one time I had someone said a random quote to me that I really liked. And I just felt like sharing it.
That could work.
So it's something like that. Sometimes I try to plan it out, but sometimes things just happen throughout the day that you're like, oh, I need to tell people this.
Boom. Write it down. Set the phone up. Do a video. You could do some bullshit editing on the phone. I don't know how to do any of this stuff, but you could.
InShot.
Even if
I use InShot.
Okay. I don't know how to do that at all. Mm-hmm. So do that. Cool. Or if not, just post it. And that's that. At least that one post a day.
Okay.
Right. Preferably post that thing in the morning so it has
mornings are good.
Has more time. Mm-hmm. Stories throughout the day. All right, cool. You're going to commit to one networking event, and we're going to find these networking events by posting on social media, trying to join different groups, whatever it is. Did you say you tried to join moms groups and they wouldn't let you?
I do belong to a couple community groups. Bayport, Sayville Moms. You have to be a mom, and I don't think they want any.
You're a cat mom.
I'm a cat mom. I am a mom. I celebrated Mother's Day this past May, a week ago. Mm-hmm. I'm a cat mom.
So we're going to look for different
cat groups.
We're going to look for. They definitely have cat groups. There are definitely
cat cafes too.
Do they?
I've never been to one, but they do have them in the city.
So we're going to look for different groups that we can join. We're going to go to one networking event a week. You're going to look for Valerie Lamp.
Okay.
There's that other lady. I forgot her name. She was.
I think I need to make a note of this.
We can talk about it. I'll give it to you after. So Valerie Lamp, or just research Long Island networking groups and see what pops up, and then see what events, and then if you can go to one event, either virtually or a regular event once a week.
Right.
Attorneys, accountants. The more versatile, the bigger the mix, the better. Mm-hmm. Right. So don't just go to all real estate stuff because you're not going to get business.
Yeah, you got to get involved in different.
Yeah, you want to be hanging out with attorneys and accountants and cat lovers and
softball,
whatever. Softball, people that work out. You're a big fitness enthusiast.
Yes, I am.
People that do stuff like that. Maybe would you would you run one of those Tough Mudders or something?
I've always wanted to do that. I actually did right before COVID, and then everything shut down. I do.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Something like that. So, and then when you do that and you meet those people, you're going to get business cards. You're going to put them into your constant contact or CRM, and you're going to non-creepily stalk them.
Okay.
And then the third one is going to be, we're going to do a weekly episode of My Downtown.
My Downtown. Is that what it's going to be called?
I like My Downtown. And you get to become the authority of Sayville. That's what you want to be, right? Sayville's a cute downtown.
No, it is. But when that runs out, I want to go to different areas.
Cool.
Yeah.
But it will take you at least, at a bare minimum, if you're doing it once a week, it'll take you at least a year to exhaust Sayville of all the cool places in Sayville.
True.
Yeah.
Are we just talking restaurants, or you're talking
anything?
Parks, attractions, things like that?
There's a spa in Sayville that I like where I get facials and they zap me with this electrical thing. It's like
on Main
wand.
Street?
Yes.
It's right near my office.
That is a great spa.
Okay.
You ever been there?
I've never been there.
You should go there.
I've never been there.
It's a great
but
place.
Now I'll try it.
But the point is, it could be any business, or you could just say, you know what, I'm gonna hit every business, and then you're outside. You make like a 60-second clip, and then you could reuse that clip on TikTok and everything else.
Right.
It could be a reel,
Okay.
and you can just have somebody there with the phone, talk about it outside for a couple minutes, go inside the store, do a little tour of it, speak to the owner or somebody that works there, whatever, and then you can use that thing on your phone to make it into 60 seconds.
Yep.
Because the one that you did with the original one that you did
My
in
brother did
Sayville
that.
was dope.
I had to hire my brother, and
He made you pay him?
No.
Oh.
I
Is this the
didn't
one that
give
looks
him-
exactly like you?
Yes, I didn't
Okay.
give him a choice. I just told him where we were going, and he was huffing and puffing in the streets. And he was like, I cannot believe that you are making me do this right now.
Why?
But I made him do it.
Will he do it again?
Well, he's actually moving. They're moving down south.
Oh, he's going too?
He's going too. So I'm going to miss him. But yeah, so I need to find a new videographer.
Okay. But that's an easy thing. Mm-hmm. So
That idea just came to me, though. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes things like that come to me, and then sometimes I'm just like, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, but if that's the premise of the show, then that is the idea.
Right. So you never run out of content.
You never run out of content because it's just a specific place. So you're on the street like, hey, it's a great, I love Sayville. This is the reason why I love Sayville. Every week we do this. It's
Right.
my downtown. This week on My Downtown with Amanda Palmeri, we're at whatever blah 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 spa or blah blah
Right.
blah restaurant or whatever. And then you know how on TikTok they like show something and then they have like the voiceover video thing.
It's like the nice tranquil music in the background, and then you might start talking, and then they
Yeah.
have the inside. The only thing
Do you know how
I
to
have
do
a
that
cross
shit?
to bear with Instagram is that they only allow you to do reels of 30 seconds. They don't have the minute feature yet. Don't know why.
So do the minute and then put it as an IG story and then use it as a TikTok.
TikTok is not as I don't get as much traction on TikTok.
Do you think that's TikTok's fault or your fault?
The algorithm.
So just keep making videos.
Okay.
Or if you want to chop it into 30 seconds, you could do a 30-second TikTok and it'll fit into
Or an
your
IGTV.
30-second reel. Or an IGTV. I would prefer the minute. Levy, what do you think? Better for the minute? Or does
People
it not
don't really
matter?
watch
It's just-
IGTV either.
I was thinking TikTok is good now because it's all kids, really.
Right.
But where are they in 5 years?
That's what I'm saying. I don't invest too much time into it because you don't know where it's going to be.
No,
I think it's good to establish yourself now.
yes, that's what he's telling
in
you.
5 years, it's going to be something because Instagram, what it was when I was in college, was just kids.
Different, yeah.
But now, what is IG now?
Yeah.
Old people are on TikTok, by the way. I'm not old, but 40-something plus year olds are on TikTok. I fucking love TikTok.
Okay. Okay.
So, we know what we're doing.
Yes.
We're good.
We're good.
You're excited.
Yes.
You're getting
Pumped.
traction.
I'm pumped up.
Was this a positive podcast experience?
This was light years away from the last one.
Do you feel loved on this podcast?
I feel loved today.
Okay, perfect. So, if anyone's listening to this podcast that has a house that they want to sell or a house they want to buy, or if they live in Queens and they want to sell that one and come out to Long Island and buy another one,
Yep.
and they want you to handle it for them, how do they get in touch with you? How do they find you?
You can find me on all social media channels, Amanda Palmeri. You can text me 631-901-7015. And that's it.
Obviously, I'm the Handsome Homebuyer. You have a house, property, land, you name it. I want it. It's that easy. 516-777 sold. Permit problems, you know you have them. If you don't have them now, you're sure as hell going to have them. When you have them, you want to call the captain. 516-513-8838. That is a wrap.